I was speaking one night specifically about Chechnya, like we just talked about, Chechnya and Russia, where they took over a whole school and slaughtered all these kids. It was horrible. And they were Chechen Muslims, which, by the way, is where the Tsarnaev brothers were from and trained, the ones that just committed the pressure cooker bombs in Boston. And it was just days before Boston happened, and I said, and I think you were one of the people, I got a lot of emails and a lot of Facebook messages, people wrote me and said, you predicted this, you knew it was going to happen. No, I didn't. I didn't know it was going to be Boston, I didn't know it was going to happen that week. It just was a coincidence that I was talking about something. But I made this statement that if America doesn't open their eyes, we're going to start seeing bombings in pizzerias, bombings in movie theaters. I mean, right now we have the luxury of leaving here, and if you want to go out to eat, you don't think about it. If a bomb goes off in a restaurant, and believe me, people, don't think that it can't happen in Raleigh.
That's right.
Just think about the Raleigh 7 that just got sentenced federally. The Boyd brothers. The father, the son, and their little Arab friends. There were 7 of them plotting against Quantico and Fort Bragg. If you think it can't happen here, it can. But imagine if a bomb went off that was terror-related in a restaurant. What would happen the very next night in every restaurant across the United States? People would be afraid to go out to eat. That is what terrorism is. That is what they want to achieve. And that, unfortunately, is why our media likes to skew things rather than saying it's Islamic terror. In Israel, they have no qualms about calling it what it is. And when there's a bomb blast in Israel, you don't even have to wait for an investigation. They know who caused it. And they call it what it is right away. And the amazing thing, unlike Boston, and I understand, don't get me wrong, I'm not downing the people of Boston. I understand why they did it. But in Israel, where that explosion took place in Boston, if that had been Israel, that evening it would have been cleaned up, repaved, done, reopened, and everything would be back to normal. Because the only way to defeat it is not let it affect you. And you have to show the enemy, this isn't going to be a problem. I'm going to go right back out. It is amazing how quickly they reconstruct things in Israel. We used to joke about it. Because you'd see the same building being built for 10 years. They never finished anything. It takes them forever to get something done. But when there's an explosion, you can go there an hour later and it looks like nothing ever happened. And they do that on purpose. The people have learned. This is the only way to defeat them. Let them know it doesn't scare us. It doesn't bother us. That's where we have to be in this country.